Darkenral sets up to score. He marks nearby guards around my receivers to cancel assists in preparation for his blitz. He sends Chase Brandstone downfield to receive the ball and be ready to hit the end zone. He blocks to free Kara the War Dancer from having to dodge when she blitzes me. And here comes the hammer. But it's a giant novelty inflatable hammer. And the hand wielding it belongs to a girl. Still, my position can be crowded. Potential recipients of the ball, to whom Cheese Thief might hand off, can be marked. Cheese Thief himself can be pressed up against the sideline, with multiple zones to reduce the likelihood of escape. There's pretty much nowhere for him to go now except forward. If he wants to break free here, he's going to have to make a series of dodges through tackle zones. So, there are only 2 turns remaining in the match.
Tiger, tiger, I wanna squeeze you.
I know, baby. Patience. Patience. And it will be worth it. Take it from my team's hero and inspiration, the most famous mutant rat man of them all, Ratty from Wind in the Willows. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, half so much worth doing as messing about in cheerleaders. In or out of them, it doesn't matter. Nothing seems really to matter. That's the charm of it. My team, as you can see, have been lined up against the wall as though to be shot by the Wood Elven Revolutionary Front, or frisked by police officers who are going to laugh about it with their buddies down at the station. Then it all comes down to 3 dodges. Does Cheese Thief have the moves to match his mouth? Show us your agility 4 dodge skill potency, you mischievous, long-tailed, whiskery-faced freak, you. I can remove 1 set of zones with a blitz against the catcher. Of the dodges then, 2 are into 1 zone, right under Kara's nose, and 1 is into empty space. I summon the power of the gods of luck. Ganesh, remove the obstacles in my path. Bishamon, turn the tide against my enemies. Lady Fortuna, be my mistress, and I will take you to nice restaurants. For whatever Einstein may have thought, the gods do play dice.
You got the touch. You got the power.
Turn 15. Score is 3-0 to Clooney's army, and the final drive begins. The brilliant coaching kickoff event awards both teams a free reroll. Darkenral's KO'd player has woken. He's going balls to the wall for a lightning touchdown to put the team's name on the board and experience points on his player cards. Several players are sent downfield to act as receivers. I won't have the players left to mark them all, and Darkenral only needs to get the ball to one of them. Every injury that is secured adds 2 SPP for the player inflicting the wound, so a series of blocks are made. Kara manages to femdom Darklaw. But no blood is spilt this turn. These attempts should be made. Remember, we're competing here to qualify for the Super Blood Bowl cash prize tournament, and we're going to need the skills for our next matches. The kick landed in the rear midsection of the Deadly Dancer's half. Rather than go for the ball with the nearest thrower, Reuben, it is left for Richard, who can make a long pass in turn 16 to any receiver still free. Reuben, instead, is sent to help shore up the scrimmage line. The freshly minted reroll makes Darkenral feel confident enough to try a go for it, reasonably enough, and... Snake Eyes! Turn 16. As long as the second thrower, Richard Rahl, is still within range of the ball, it's possible for the Deadly Dancers to score. Therefore, my priority is to administer stern discipline to this wayward child, by ganging up 3-1 and kicking the shit out of him. I can do this because of the range of my gutter runners, though I use up my reroll in go for it moves in the process. That was my last move. The Elves' last move is to try for more injury experience, this time with Scrag as the target. Unsuccessfully. So, I may have won, but at what cost? This is the gruesome bill of fare for my victory banquet. Truly, next to a battle lost, the greatest misery is a battle won. Clooney's heart is filled with love for his little electronic mans. Except Redtooth. Scrag isn't there, at least, because he rose from the dead. If Jesus got a death result on a turn 1 injury roll, what would he do? And there it is, the cause of all this misery. It skulks ashamedly, rich with its guilty secret. It was once only a humble pig's bladder, but was untimely ripped from its owner's squealing body, and made to be a prize for insane warriors to contend over. It knows they all desire it, yearn to possess it, and has witnessed the blood of hundreds all spilt in its name. Its torment goes on. Forever. Or until it gets a puncture. Concluding thoughts, and, hold for it, some cool highlight medleys from the match. Final score was 3-0 to Clooney's army. My first touchdown shouldn't have happened. The opportunity I grabbed at only appeared due to catastrophic bad luck for Darken Ral, though possibly also due to experience point farming at critical moments. The dice did let him down. My third point probably wouldn't have happened were it not for the farcical ruckus that followed the Blitz kickoff event. Darken Ral's defense then was particularly good, and it was unfair on him to be frustrated on the turn when Fangburn was first chain pushed onto the ball, and then somehow evaded being served into the crowd. He should have scored, and with that point in the bank, and outnumbering me by then, he would have had an excellent chance at drawing even. First highlight medley. I like to call this one, What a Shame. What a Shame. I will take full credit for the defence that prevented the Wood Elven touchdown at the end of the first half. It was workmanlike, nothing spectacular, but it got the job done. And also for the clockwork 2-turn score when I received, which came off without a hitch. Next highlight medley. The theme is Getting Things Done.
This is the moment, the very instant that we've all been waiting for. No stupid gimmicks or Halloween tricks. Let's get together and number our souls.
SPP calculations. We each came out with 16 experience points, even Stevens. I had 9 from touchdowns, 2 from an injury, and my MVP. Darken had a brutal 8 from injuries, 3 from passes, and his MVP. Cheese Thief attained level 2 from this match, and I got him the Sure Feet skill, increasing the reliability of his range. I like to level players to make them better at performing their roles, rather than to compensate for the weaknesses of those roles. Final highlight medley. Suffering. So, that was this match. If you're interested, neither of us made it to the Super Blood Bowl tournament for the OFL. That honour went to coaches Jaco and Monk Ironman. The OFL are a superb league. Come and take a look at us and be shocked by our site and forum's awesome sauce ice cream. If you haven't got Blood Bowl, what are you waiting for? Blood Bowl Legendary Edition. It's available on Steam. Go buy the game. And that's it. Video's over. Hope it's been both analytically interesting, but also entertaining. I did my best.